change.
Yeah, so what do you do if somebody comes to you and says to you, well, you knew I was like that?
Yeah, you knew I was like that when I met you. When you first started work here, you knew what it was like.
Yeah, when we first started dating, I made it very clear.
What do you do?
What do you do?
That's what we're going to be chatting about in this week's episode of
Get Real with the English Sisters.
And we're very excited to announce that you can now text the show. And that's at the beginning of the description. And we've also been nominated for the Women in Podcasting Awards. So that'll be up shortly.
Yippee,
and you'll be able to
yeah.
vote for us. So
Yeah,
we're
so
really
that's
counting
exciting.
on you.
We are counting. We want to win.
We want to win.
And we're very happy to be part of it. Yeah, definitely.
So, and you can also contact us on social media and obviously listen to us wherever you get your podcast and also on YouTube where you can have the video. And the biggest thing you can do to help us grow the show is to tell a friend if you enjoy listening to it.
Yes, absolutely. Share it. Share it.
Sharing is caring, like they say.
Yeah, absolutely.
We certainly do care if you share. So,
yes.
take a deep breath.
Yeah, so that's what we were discussing earlier on, wasn't it? When we
Well,
were having a coffee.
chatting about that over a cup of coffee because, I mean, you do hear it, don't you? I don't want to change. I'm like this. I'm stuck in my ways. The people you hear.
No,
this
I don't think you
expression.
do actually hear that. Well, no, sometimes you do. They do. Yeah, you do hear people say, "Look, I've arrived at this age and I'm not going to change."
Yeah.
You know, even like when they're 30 or something. Not necessarily, elderly people, even people that are young. You can hear
People get fixated that they can't change.
Yeah, well, don't look at me like that. I feel as if I'm constantly changing, but
evolving.
I suppose that there are some fundamental aspects of our personality that we keep from the day
but
we're
we can
born.
change them as well. Because, like, if we have say if we had a really fiery temper.
Oh, yes.
And our emotions always used to get the better of us once upon a time.
Yes.
We can change to learn how to control our emotions, especially if
so
it's
that they don't control us.
Yeah,
yes.
especially if it's bothering somebody in our close circle.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah,
It's
things
true,
like
isn't
that.
it?
Yeah, but I was speaking even more fundamental things like from the day you're born, sort of things. You know that. Well, I mean, we've both had kids, and we know they were just different personalities.
Yeah, they had different characters.
It's not something that you can. You just don't know what personality your baby's going to come out
and
like.
also, when we talk about change, we have to be very careful here because we don't want to, insinuate that you have to change.
For somebody else.
or something. Yeah, for somebody else, or something that you truly feel is you. We're not talking about that.
No,
because that should be treasured and.
That is true. Yeah. That's one of the things that you have to say, like, no.
Yeah, it's a classical story of like a husband and wife where one of them's saying, but I don't want to change. You knew I was like this when you married me, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, for example, silly thing, I don't like dancing. I never have. Even when we started dating, I never wanted to dance.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. And then the other person says, yeah, but why don't you give it a try?
Yeah.
I know that at the beginning you said you didn't like dancing. But let's, it's having that door open just to experiment, get creative and just try, simple things like try having a dance with somebody, even in your own living room.
Yeah.
Just try, put the music on and just try.
Yeah.
Let's see how your body feels by just moving it. I'm not saying we have to go to ballroom dancing twice a week, for example, or, anything else. I don't like going to the movies. Never have, never will. It's these statements that I never will.
What about the New Year's Eve things? Those are, I don't want to go out on New Year's Eve.
What's that got to do with it? What are you talking about? I don't want to go out.
Well, Mum and Dad was always trying to get Mum to go out on New Year's Eve to a party and she would always say, no, I don't like it. Do you remember?
Really? Oh, well, then obviously she had her... No, I can't remember that.
She had that belief, and Dad would get really upset because he would really want her to go dancing and celebrate the New Year's Eve.
It's so weird that she didn't want to go dancing.
No, she said she didn't like it because in those days they used to smoke and drink, and she didn't like smoking and drinking.
Oh, right. I mean, I suppose it depends where he suggested taking
like
her.
these, like, you
Was
know,
it just like to the local pub or something?
No, like the New Year's Eve events that they have.
Right.
I mean, they have them
Yes,
now as well.
yes,
don't
yeah,
they?
of
Well,
course.
we don't like going to the mine.
No,
but I
we
wonder
don't.
why.
Yeah, wonder why. Yeah, it's too many people for me, really.
Yeah.
Like I know, I understand, but it's just too many people. Like, I prefer going like to someone's house.
Yes.
And
Yes.
but or very small events,
Yeah,
but not
yeah,
these big crowded events. No, not any. Never really have. No.
But if you're going to make your partner happy, though.
Well, obviously, my partner says, please, please, please. I mean, he doesn't have to say please that many times. But if he just said, look, no, but if he says, look, I've got the event planned and it looks lovely. It looks, I mean, okay, is it a nice location and something that I probably think will be glamorous? It'll be a chance to get dressed up and look pretty. And
So you would be flexible then?
Yeah, of course I'd be flexible. That's it. It's being flexible. You're right. Yeah. It's just allowing that flexibility to enter the relationship, whether it's work or whether it's, love, whatever it is. I think if you have this conviction, this self-belief that you are not that kind of person, I don't travel. I never will. Hate it. Come on. Be a little bit... I think that's a bit of a red flag, actually, if you're first starting to meet someone.
Well, yeah, but it's not always, because sometimes they can have flight phobias and things.
I'm not talking about flying. No, obviously not
what
flight
are you talking about?
No, just when you tune in and you listen to all these kind of statements that are being made. It's as if they're very much planned.
They're ingrained in their minds, aren't they?
Yeah, and that can be difficult to, to get the little grease on it.
What about the people that never want to learn anything new after a certain age?
Well, that's practically everybody.
Like when there's something new, like at work or something, they get really stressed out by it because it's normal. Yeah. You would get stressed.
You don't want anything else, and plus you have to study new things because systems going to be changing. Whatever it is. No, people hate that. But then, how many times does it work out for the best?
And how many times are they happier afterwards?
Well, I hope so. I mean, work-related things sometimes, according to me, they're always better, really, because it's...
Not always.
Not always, though, yeah. But anyway, sometimes it's better, but that's a different...
But it's not... It's a frame of mind, though, that's important, isn't it? How you... Like the other day, we were talking to a friend of ours who says that she loves her job now.
Yeah.
And before she used to hate her job. And I said, well, what's happened? She said, I've just changed my perspective on it. And she goes,
how
no,
did she do that? Just change.
She comes from a place of gratitude now when she goes to work. And she said that she appreciates it, and she appreciates the people around her and her colleagues. And, just going into work. She says she likes it now. So that's really amazing, isn't it? How you can change your outlook on something because you're willing to change. You're not like stuck in your ways. Before, she said she used to really struggle with it.
And the ironic thing is that we're changing every day,
But the thing is that
everything is changing.
In her work position, in her job, nothing actually changed except for her. Her outlook changed.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's...
what I mean is it's something that's free that we can all do. We can all change our outlook if we're willing and we're open to it.
Yeah, if we just remember to be a little bit flexible.
A bit more flexible.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's true that we cannot change the world around us.
No.
But we can change the world inside us.
Our internal world.
And that doesn't mean it's going to be easy to change it. Mm-hmm. No. You're going to have to find yourself asking yourself lots of questions. Is that really true? For example, a bit like Byron Katie, I hate ballroom dancing. Is that really true? ask yourself that
How many
question.
times have you been to a ballroom
Exactly.
and dance? I mean, it's really popular now with the Bridgerton things.
Exactly. How many times have you actually tried it? Maybe once. A lot of people have never even tried it once, and they already say
I've
they
never
hate.
tried it.
Well, there you go. You don't really know, do you?
No.
So it'd be if we say,
I would like it though.
well, yes. I don't know. I don't know if I would like it or
I
not,
might not be patient enough.
because you have to learn all the steps. It's all the
The choreography's a bit
exactly.
awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think if you have a lovely partner and you have a laugh,
You have a
as
laugh.
long as it's taken as a game and as
It's a fun thing.
it's fun. Yes, you can see it like as a hobby. Obviously, we're not talking everyone has to become a professional dancer now.
No, but
I don't even know
I
why I'm
wonder
saying.
what level you could get to. I think you're saying because your husband wanted to do it.
No, he did not want to do
I
it.
thought he said he wanted to do that instead of golf.
No, he said he'd never be seen dead doing that. No offense to all you ballroom dancers out there. We love it. I think it would be probably quite good fun, but I don't know where the locations would be like. If it was like the Bridgerton kind of location, that would be gorgeous.
Their locations aren't that great.
No, not really. So I think that would probably put me off a bit, but maybe not. I'd be willing to try it anyway.
You would.
I would definitely want. I'd be willing to try. anything, and try, not anything. No, but try and stay open-minded.
Let's be careful here.
Yeah, no, I'd stay open-minded though. Definitely, at least.
There's boundaries here.
There's boundaries. Yeah, not anything, but obviously,
I think we have to be careful with what we say as well, because what we say we can't do and what we can do, because I think as soon as you say you can't do something, obviously you're not going to be able to do it, are you? You're going to be imposing a self-fulfilling prophecy on your own self. It's like imprisoning yourself into that one belief.
Yes, into thinking that you are sort of like carved in cement, but you're not. You're made like clay, like earth. You're going to be evolving and changing. You're very easy to mold and change. It's not that difficult. No. Even no matter what age you are, it's not like, it's just allowing one tiny little speck of flexibility to enter there. And then you will, you'll mold, you'll change. You're always forever changing anyway.
Like what we say, we can't not change, can we?
No.
But we
change while you sleep.
But sometimes we can change for the worse or change for the better. So I'd always choose better.
I'd always choose better, absolutely. But it's our ideas and our mental state that really has to go on changing, and the physical.
I think the easiest way of changing is just to always be open to learning new things and to listen and learn from people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Listening to other people.
Because everyone has a story to tell, and you can always learn something of someone.
Yeah, even if you think, no, they don't really interest me. They like work in a different kind of field, or they're just so different to me. Can't be bothered. But who knows what they're going to say? That you might not even know you're going to be inspired by it until later on.
It could be even years later. I remember some of the stories that Mum used to tell us about people. I thought, what's she going on about?
Yeah, oh God, yeah. She'll tell us these random
and now
stories.
I remember them, and I think, oh, so-and-so used to say this.
Exactly, yeah, it's odd, isn't it?
It's odd
even
how it can
years
come out
later.
Years later.
So, I mean, no matter what somebody says to you, and you might think I'm getting bored to death here. But try and, override that I'm getting bored to death, and try and look at that person and actually, allow for some learning to happen. And it will happen. There is things you're going to learn from every single person out there. Something that they do, something particular, no matter who it is, whatever age they are.
Even if it's something negative, you just think, I don't want to be like that, and I never want to go and do that.
Well, yeah, you can learn. I don't like their way of thinking, or I don't want to grow up to be like that, or I don't want to, grow older and be like that person either. As long as you're always growing, it's not just growing up when you're a child.
No.
The growing,
does not stop. That's the thing I wanted to say, that growing doesn't stop when you're 18 or 24.
Exactly. You're always
growing.
You're growing wiser. You're growing in...
No, because I'm thinking like your nose never stops growing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were laughing
No,
at some
I'm
other
not
thing.
going to be going down that road.
No,
Your
no.
nose, your features, they
Got
carry
it.
on growing.
Yikes. We're going to have enormous noses by the time we're 90. Right.
Hopefully we
No,
get
they
to
say
90.
noses and ears grow, don't they?
Yeah, that's
And
it.
hands,
And
apparently.
I remember when once when we were little, that we got a present. I got a present, a 90. I think you got one as well.
Oh, of course, I must have.
you
if
must
you
have.
got
We
it.
both got it off some of our friends, our mum's
Yeah.
friends. And it was absolutely enormous. I think we were like 6 at the time, and it was like for a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I said, Mama, I go, look, this is enormous.
It doesn't fit us.
It doesn't. She said it will fit you.
Yeah, you'll grow into it.
You'll
Yeah,
grow into it.
yeah.
And I thought, no way in hell, this is massive. How many years do we have to wait for this?
And then it just passed quickly.
And then we wore that 90. I had it
For many years
I
after.
think after even the kids were born, I still had it.
Yeah.
I did have it now.
You
I'm
did
remembering
have
I
it.
used to take it to England because it was a long sleeve 90, and I would take it to
What,
England.
did it have flowers on it or
No,
something?
mine had like, yours might have had flowers. It was like stripy.
Oh, I think I do remember that.
I think it was an M&S 90. But, they were like,
Marks and Spencer's, yeah.
they're like,
Is it like a nun thing?
no,
No.
It's just it was, I mean, it was long.
I remember the fact it was really big.
It was long,
Yeah.
but I mean, for years after we had the children and everything, when they were like, I think I finally gave it away when my kids were like, I don't know, 15 or something, 10 or 15.
It's amazing how clothes, used to last such a long time once upon a time. Now, if
They
you want to
still
get...
do.
No, they don't. They don't. I mean, like, if you want to buy a really good quality garment today, I think you have to spend so much money.
Well, this wasn't that good. It was a nylon 90, you know. It's not a great thing.
Oh, no, I thought it was like cotton.
polyester.
Oh, it was one of those Oh, now
like
I
a warm
remember it.
thing. But I mean,
It's like...
you're acting like it's some cotton heirloom or
Oh,
something.
no, I was thinking it's something else then. I can't remember it then. No, I can't remember that
We're
one.
just warm and practical because you could wash and go.
Oh, right. Okay. No, it's one of those modern ones because the ones Mum we used to make us were
it
like the
wasn't
ones
like
with
that.
embroidery
No,
on
it
it.
wasn't like that.
No, obviously, yeah. No, I'm getting confused. I do remember something about them giving us a really big thing, though.
Was it not?
It was a bit of a disappointment, I think.
Well, we were upset because we wanted to wear it, and we looked at it, and it's like, but you'll grow into it, you'll fit into it.
What's the point of this?
The point is that you grow into things. So if you don't
Oh,
like them,
right. So if you...
if you feel they don't fit now, you will grow into it.
Right.
And obviously,
I
things that are going to be useful to you and helpful to you.
So allow yourself the time
Yes.
to say, well,
Instead
it
of
might
saying
be like
no,
that 90.
I would have given it away if it had been me. A 5-year-old, 6-year-old me would say, no way in hell, Mama. Give
Yes.
it to someone else.
Give it to
the cousins that
that
are older or
old.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
And she said, no, we'll keep it for when you grow into it.
So you're thinking that ideas that might not suit you today may well be stored in your mind, as to say, and you can think about them and utilize them later on in your life as assets for yourself.
Yeah. In therapy, by the way, we're not supposed to explain the metaphors.
No, but in this particular
Yeah.
case, I think it was a useful thing. Yeah.
Because they would just sink into your own minds, and you would like do with them what you wish
Right, yeah.
and apply it to your own lives.
Yes, indeed. So as with the 90, as with many other things in one's life, stay flexible. Perhaps
Stay flexible.
don't chuck them out immediately.
Yeah, don't chuck the ideas away.
Absolutely.
Like, think about things a bit more.
Yeah.
And don't be so quick to say, no, that's not for me.
That's not me, because that might not be you right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
Because if we could see ourselves right now from 20 years ago, we would
Say
think,
this,
who
are they? Yeah, what they're doing. What on earth are they doing?
We'd be so shocked.
We would be shocked.
In a good way.
Yeah, so there you go. You never know.
No, you never know.
You never know. So keep your mind open, stay flexible,
Yeah.
and the world can really open up.
And also, don't fret either if you're doing something now. Like if you're in a job now that you're actually enjoying, but then you're still fretting about, will this be right for me as I grow older? You know, don't. If you're enjoying something and it's good for you at the moment, you know, just be grateful and enjoy that, and don't worry about what the future will bring, because first of all, nowadays there's so many changes going on in the world, so we can never really know what, you know, new opportunities are going to be arriving. So, and also, there's no point, is there, if you're actually enjoying the moment?
But you said if you're enjoying your job. Well, I think when you're actually enjoying it, you don't actually have those thoughts.
You do have those thoughts, because it might be a job that it doesn't have promotional, there's not much growth,
of a career. Yeah.
What you feel is, if I can't really grow in this position,
Yeah.
there's no career path that's clear for you. But if you're actually enjoying what you're doing, and you're doing that, you know, to good abilities, then you don't know what your mind will come up with afterwards.
No, very well said. Yeah, you don't know. You could be inspired by something that happens in there. You're learning anyway. You're learning, and that's always good. Absolutely.
Because sometimes as well, we can always be thinking, I think, especially today, too far into the future, you know, always 5-10 years ahead, 15. You know, even really young people are already talking about their pensions, which is a good thing, but it can also cause a lot of worry and stress. And so, you know, just take a moment to chill and enjoy the moment as well.
Yeah. You don't really want to be worrying about that.
No, you don't really want to be worrying about what your 20-year-old self, if you're in your 20s, and you're enjoying the position you're in, but you're thinking, well, there's not that much of a career path. You don't want to be worrying about yourself, what your 40-year-old self would do, because by the time you're 40, you might have had a spin-off, say, business from what you're doing now, and have had a great idea or a new opportunity, and you can't really tell, because we're not fortune tellers. Nobody is. So you can't look into the future and say, this is what's going to happen to me in the future. You can just be sensible, obviously be financially responsible and look after your finances and things, but don't get too stressed out about what your 40-year-old self or 30-year-old self will think about yourself.
Yeah. I do agree with that, yeah, because that can be quite, it stunts you. It's like when you know, like when they say when you're taking a picture, you don't actually get to live it the moment. I think if you're thinking about yourself in your future self, you're sort of it's like you're taking a picture, but you can't actually live it. Don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Because you're not present, are you?
Yeah, you're not present, so you're
always jumping ahead. Whereas the real journey in life is the actual journey you're on. That's the real thing.
That's the only real thing. Yeah. The past is the past, and the future is just an imagination of what we can just imagine what it's going to be like. We have no idea.
And we end up always chasing the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to be financially responsible, and it's good to, I think, enjoy what you're doing, and good to embrace change as well. And don't be...
And allow for the growth. Yeah, don't be fixated on it.
And it's too difficult. Because a lot of the stuff, the things you think are too difficult, they're not really that hard once you start doing them.
Well, once you take them down into little small chunks,
you
don't just see the massive thing. It's like you want to learn how to make a cake. Oh my God, it's so complicated. Just look at it. Try and do it step by step. And it's the same with everything, really. It's breaking it down into doable actions. You just do one little action at a time. And then you put them together. And then you may get a good cake, or you may get a disaster, but you've done it. You've taken, you learn.
Eat it.
Hopefully you can eat it. Sometimes you can't eat it, but you've got feedback.
You can eat it.
Well, not if it's like raw, or it hasn't cooked properly or something. But yes,
I've in the microwave.
Yeah, we've done that before. Yeah, uncooked cake. All right,
sticky toffee chocolate cake.
Yeah, we've tried to fix things like that. So there might be some kind of way of fixing it as well. Yes.
I'm sure there is. Well, anyway, let us know what you think. Are you flexible? Are you open to change? I think, the more time that passes, the more change we embrace. We get more and more adventurous, don't we?
Well, I think ever since we decided to say to ourselves, like the mantra, if it's difficult and we don't want to do it, we're going to do it. That means we have to do it.
Yes.
That became like our mantra, like almost 10 years ago now. If it's difficult, oh God, no, I don't want to do that. Do it. Do it, because it means you're going to grow while you're doing that. Yeah. What is easy, what is the normal thing is like you're always in that comfort area, your comfort zone. When it's difficult, it's a challenge. I mean, as long as it doesn't make you sick to the stomach, but sometimes they can even make
you.
Yeah, but you still do it, and then you have this sense of pride at the end of it.
You certainly do. Well, text us with your thoughts and see you soon. See you next week. And thanks for all your love and support. More and more.
Yeah, it's increasing, and we're starting to actually feel more connected to you.
Yes.
So that's great.
It's very good. Lots of love and smiles from the English sisters. Bye-bye. And come and give us some love on YouTube too, where you can see the video and the podcast as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.